Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. What if one night wasn't just a concert, but a moment powerful enough to make millions of hearts tremble at the exact same time? A night where distance no longer mattered, where the stage and the audience melted into one, and where every second felt intensely alive. BTS Comeback Live, ARIRANG finally arrived. Emotional, warm, and incredibly intimate, as if the boundary between them and ARMY had truly disappeared. Yet behind the grandeur of the stage, the dazzling lights, and the breathtaking performances, it was the smallest details that captured the most attention. A handhold that felt different, gazes that lingered just a little too long, and smiles that seemed meant for only one person. Yes, that night wasn't just about BTS. It was also about Jimin and Jungkook, about quiet, subtle moments that spoke louder than anything else. So, what really happened between them? At last, the long-awaited moment had truly arrived. A night filled with emotion, meaning, and something almost impossible to forget. The ARIRANG Comeback Live wasn't just a performance. It was a grand celebration of longing, togetherness, and the love that had been quietly building in the hearts of millions of fans around the world. From the very first second, the atmosphere felt different. There was something warmer, something more intimate, as if the distance between the stage and the audience had completely vanished. That night wasn't just a concert, it was an experience, a memory that will continue to live on in the hearts of everyone who witnessed it. And when the live broadcast ended, one thing was certain: no one walked away without feeling deeply moved. From beginning to end, everything felt powerful. The energy they radiated, the passion they delivered, and the love they shared felt so real it transcended the screen. Stable yet emotional vocals, sharp and charismatic rap, and synchronized, powerful choreography all came together in near-perfect harmony. But what made that night truly different was something simple yet profound. They didn't just perform, they gave everything. You could see it in their eyes, in their smiles, and in the way they looked at each other. There was a connection that couldn't be faked, an unspoken bond built over years, now stronger and more real than ever on that stage. That night wasn't just about music. It was about a long journey, about growth, about struggles, and about relationships that continue to evolve over time. All of it felt alive, real, and deeply touching. The fans who were there that night could easily be called the luckiest. They came from all over the world, carrying their own stories and hopes, just to witness this one moment. And in the end, it was all worth it. Because that night, they didn't just watch, they felt. They lived in every note, every movement, and every emotion that unfolded. As the lights slowly dimmed and the final sound faded, a realization became clear. This is why they are so deeply loved. This is why they matter so much. 7 men on one stage, able to touch millions of hearts all at once. And yet, amidst all the brilliance, the fans' attention slowly shifted towards something smaller, subtler, but far more profound: the interaction between Jimin and Jungkook. Through various videos and photos circulating online, small fragments of their moments began to emerge. Nothing excessive, nothing forced, and that's exactly where the beauty lies. One of the most unforgettable moments was when they held hands. At first glance, it seemed simple, but the way their hands met felt different. There was warmth that couldn't be explained, a closeness that felt natural, and emotions that flowed without needing words. Their gazes became another powerful highlight. The way Jimin looked at Jungkook when he spoke felt so soft, attentive, and deeply focused. Among thousands of people, that gaze seemed directed at just one person. There was something in it, a blend of admiration, comfort, and genuine warmth. On the other side, Jungkook's reactions were just as endearing. His smile when looking at Jimin felt light and sincere, as if the world around him faded away, leaving only one person in front of him. There was a small moment where he laughed, shook his head softly, and then repeated Jimin's words in a gentle tone. That spontaneous reaction made everything feel even more alive and real. It's no surprise that many fans fell in love with Jimin all over again that night. He didn't just appear as a performer, but as someone who radiated beauty from within. His charm was soft yet powerful. He didn't need to try hard to draw attention. Everything about him felt natural. His appearance that night only strengthened that impression. His layered blonde hair framed his face softly, while his skin seemed to glow under the stage lights. The shimmering black outfit he wore reflected the light elegantly, paired with white details that added a classic touch. Minimal accessories enhanced the effortless vibe, simple yet undeniably refined. Meanwhile, Jungkook carried a completely different aura. Bolder, edgier, yet equally captivating. His oversized black leather jacket gave off a strong and confident presence. Combined with a modern inner layer and unique styling details, his look felt fresh and daring. His black hair, parted naturally in the middle, created a balance between softness and masculinity. Interestingly, even under the same lighting, the aura they projected felt entirely different. Jimin appeared like a calm, elegant source of light, while Jungkook brought a deeper, more intense energy. This difference wasn't a clash, it was a harmony that complemented each other perfectly. And that is what made the moment so special. It wasn't just about visuals, it was about how their expressions, styles, and interactions conveyed something deeper without a single word. Through the photos and videos captured by fans, every small moment continues to live on. Smiles, glances, and simple interactions stand as proof of how strong their bond is. A connection that doesn't always need explanation, because it is meant to be felt. Of course, none of this would exist without the unwavering support of fans. Because of them, these moments don't just pass, they are remembered, cherished, and celebrated over and over again. In the end, ARIRANG wasn't just about music or performance. It was about emotion, about how one night could unite so many hearts into a single shared feeling. A reminder that behind the dazzling stage, there are stories, there is love, and there are connections that run incredibly deep. And perhaps, what made it even more unforgettable was the quiet realization that some of the most meaningful moments are never the loudest ones. They exist in fleeting touches, in unspoken understanding, in the way two people can share a world of emotion in just a single glance. That night gave us all of that, and more. So if you felt that moment too, don't forget to share it. Write in the comments which Jikook moment stayed with you the most. Because here, even the smallest moments always hold the biggest stories.